Hello, hello. I hope you're having a wonderful ONPASSIVE day. This video is one that does a pretty good job of giving us an overview of OCONNECT and how we can expect it to work for us in the coming year. And it also has a clip of Mr. Mufara from Friday night's show that talks about OCONNECT and how ONPASSIVE can impact us not only through OCONNECT but as a company. Thanks. I hope you enjoy it. Bye.
Okay, yay. So Jeffrey, I tell you what, if you would be so kind as to go over those points that you and I discussed earlier, I think that would be wonderful. And I think it will answer a lot of questions too.
Uh, Absolutely. Just a bunch of things that have been in the mainstream for the last week and a half, ever since that webinar, the corporate webinar that Mr. Mufar did, which set me on fire for about 36 hours. My brain was on fire. So, in no particular order, I'm thinking we can talk about and do updates depending on what's required on the OCONNECT, the ICANN, on the IDNs, data centers, and an offshoot of most of those is cloud computing, the new business sector that Mr. Mufara talked about, the AIO media, what's going on with them, wallet withdrawals, right, with the banking and things, the compliance officer, customer allocations, subscriptions, activations, commissions. Those things have been center stage of a lot of conversations, and those are the things that everybody's wanting to know about. So those are good topics that we can all talk about and pitch in on and just kind of roll over, especially if somebody has questions about them.
Go for it, Jeffrey. I think you hit the nail on the head. Where do you want to start?
Well, okay. Let's start with OCONNECT then. Of course, the other week, Mr. Mufara came on, and the first thing out of his lips was congratulations. You know, I mean, he was all about congratulating ONPASSIVE. He was talking about the techs and what they had accomplished, in so much as for the first time ever, they launched what Ash called our most robust, right, highest level of AI cloud computing. And it was a multi-regional network. It actually ties together the several continents. Now, we've talked about this before. 2-3 years ago, we would put out information indicating that, you know, you're going to start with a data center here, then you're going to jump over to, you know, another continent and do another data center. And so what you want to do is you want to link the continents together with data centers. And then once we do that, we drill down and put multiple data centers in countries on continents. And this is the first phase. This is one of the reasons my brain was burning up, because as soon as he announced this, right, I was like, wow, okay, so we are really there. Now we've got not only a intercontinental network that we've got going on, but they have loaded OCONNECT. So some of the things that we're seeing are the challenges. The challenges is a good word. The snafus or the tweaking going on, because we just loaded the entirety of OCONNECT and everything that's needed to run it on this new network. So it's no longer with Amazon Web Services. We've migrated it to the ONPASSIVE network, which I was like, bam. I mean, that was huge in my opinion, because it's now running by itself on our network across multiple regions and across continents. And so there's going to be some of this stuff that we see. I mean, when you said, oh, it took me 8 times to get on, we can expect this sort of thing. And you can bloody well believe the techs are probably moving their fingers to the bone and they're bleeding all over their keyboards, trying to keep up with the data that's coming in and the stuff they're going to have to tweak and fix and monitor. So I thought that was absolutely huge. Now, that's how he started the webinar off, and he jumped right into OCONNECT. And we know, right, that we're expecting to have that new release of OCONNECT any day. I tend to err on the side of caution, and I tell folks, we just jumped onto a brand new intercontinental network, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we didn't see it this week. I mean, there are things that are going to happen, things that are expected to happen when you do that. And there's going to be a lot of tweaks and a lot of challenges with that one particular thing and getting it going. But Ash had told us that we were going to be looking forward to seeing this week or next, where we're not going to be refreshing. You're not going to see the buffering that we've seen before. It's going to be having some higher performance than probably what we're used to, where we're not going to see it or have to refresh it, and it'll be auto scaled, as well as getting better performance on issues like for audio and speed and concurrence or the number of users on at a single time. So I see that happening, but again, we know that the way things go, it's going to take a little longer than what we expect, because things always or inevitably pop up that we didn't expect, even though they try to expect everything. Now, having said that, there's going to be some things that we see within OCONNECT, like Ash had talked about, the presentation section, the whiteboard section for the host and co-host. They're going to have the ability to do a collaborative work when they're sharing screens, or when there's a screen share. The host and co-host are going to be able to mark up or change the screen and do work on that particular screen, and they haven't been able to do that before. Another thing that's going to be new and good is that the attendees will be able to jet a request across over to co-hosts and hosts about becoming a panelist or a speaker, and the co-host and host will be able to look at that and either accept it or decline it, depending on which way they wanted to go. The host, in other words, is going to see a list of everybody that wants to become a speaker. Ash also talks specifically, and I tell people this because when you're an attendee, the panel squares move around. Some people show up, some people don't. I mean, it was really difficult. And Mr. Mufara had indicated that he was aware of that. He knew of that. The techs were working on it, and that was going to be fixed as of the 20th of this month. Then we were going to be able to see that was all fixed and everybody's seeing the same thing. And hopefully that's going to help. So that I thought was wonderful. We also talked about the new release of OCONNECT that was going to have some skin issues. I say skin. But what I'm talking about is the changes Mr. Mufara said would have to do more with its appearance than it does with the functionality or with its AI components. Now, Mr. Mufara came on and he actually said that some of the features in OCONNECT are being finalized, and he was extremely confident, right, on 360 that, and again, this doesn't surprise me, that the video conferencing industry is ours. I mean, he said, hey, that's our game, and we're going to take that market over. And he's just basically saying, you know what, this year we're going to be capturing the majority of that market in that space. And if people don't get excited about that, then let me just tell you that the global video conferencing market is valued at about 8 billion right now. It's projected to grow from there to about 17 billion by 2030. So that's only 6 years away.
Wow.
That's a lot of jack. I mean, that's a whole lot of money. Now, concerning some of the things, some of the features, and the AI features in particular that he was talking about with OCONNECT, he actually said that they have workable versions that they've reached several times, but they opted not to bring it to market like that. Instead, they said, we want to develop the quality better. We want to raise the bar, so to speak. So it's taken longer than we wanted, but because of that, it's allowed us to integrate more features and to work out scalability, even though they haven't released all the good things they've got yet, but it's coming. And when they do release the new version of OCONNECT, all these things should be in place and functioning wonderfully, which I think is great, because he said that they've been working on these things for quite a while, especially the AI-driven aspects of them, that they had worked on the translation, the closed captioning, the virtual backgrounds, including the video backgrounds, noise cancellation, digital avatars, all that stuff, text text to audio, audio to audio, and vice versa, and just said he'd been working on it for quite a while, which we knew. So when it does get released, it's really going to be an awesome product, even more so than it is now. So,
Hey, Jeffrey, can I interject one thing here?
Sure.
One of the things you said, talking about with the new release of OCONNECT, one of the things he said yesterday, it was just kind of a quick bomb that he threw in there, and that was the release date of the new products will come in tandem with the new release of OCONNECT. So we got to keep in mind that they are going to release these new products very, very soon. And a lot of these products are going to be paid products.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to just throw this out there too, because when Ash says that the team is working very, very hard and they are so dedicated and they're working harder than ever, that leads me to believe, first of all, part of that team includes people like the legal team, the finance team, the compliance team.
Oh, yeah.
And that legal, compliance, and finance team are able to take away all of those concerns that Ash had in the past and all the junk, all the challenges that he had that has disrupted some of the progress. And you can tell, Ash, you can just tell that he is so excited because he's able to work on the products. He's able to help work with the teams on getting these products to the world. So I just wanted to throw that in there. I see the excitement in Ash being able to move forward with his vision. And that's very, very exciting. The key for everybody here is that Ash also said that each of these products, when they're introduced, there's going to be a presentation made by the people that are the product developers for that product. So we're going to see presentations. We're going to see the step-by-step. It isn't going to be just throwing a product out there and then we're going to have to figure it out. No, there's going to be a very, very good professional step-by-step program put together and presentation put together by corporate.
We have been working on a better economy and a stimulus plan for everyone for a while. We are not only hopeful, we're confident that we're not going to be affected. We are bringing superior technologies and products, more and more products to the market. Let's begin with this beautiful OCONNECT as of now, which is on the verge of going to the release or to the launching release, to the main release edition. And that is going to be not only a game changer, it will just crush everything around, and it will definitely take over the field of video conferencing. Very simple, we know that. The features, the scalability, what we've succeeded in achieving in OCONNECT, not only every feature that we always wished for in a video conference platform, we made it perfect, but also we put much love in it that, again, in a couple of weeks, we're just going to see something that is a game changer. It will be the biggest, most powerful webinar system ever existed, and it will continue advancing as long as we are alive. And we are going to help everybody use this technology, and they have the ability to also be compensated with us. What a beautiful concept. Not only they are able to save money, but they are able to get paid with us. Add to that, they get more, not only this application. And this is exactly what we're going to do. So we're just about to say, hey, this is the flag. This is the finish line with almost, with OCONNECT. and it's perfect. I can tell you that we're just about to reach that stage. To be able to see perfect our standards, it's perfect. And now we move on to the next thing. By the time you get to enjoy this, we are already working on a few things. In fact, many things at the same time. We're just going to package them and release them in a perfect condition. That's how we do it. How you do anything is how you do everything. And that's how we do every feature in OCONNECT and how we do the entire application. We perfect it, we stabilize it, we scale it, and now it is going to blow up positively.